Shabbat Shalom, giving all the praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David that is scattered abroad throughout the earth. I'm just reacting to this report, which is this happened in Palmdale and Lancaster, where various people, they reported seeing the chariots, hovering in the sky, doing zigzag motions and hovering and doing things that caught their eye. And the people would definitely when you see some of the footage, you can tell some of these people were very astonished, amazed, bewildered, and they're not used to these type of encounters. It's not usual, and we understand what they are, what their purpose is, of course, which is all in the scriptures. And based on the reactions from the people that's not used to seeing that, they were a bit dismayed. You could hear it in their voices. But we know the scriptures say in Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, that the heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. We're not to be dismayed at them. These signs are really just tokens to measure the times diligently, as it says in was that 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Let me get that real quick. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 9. And start at 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is very same time to wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And he's definitely visiting the world. We've had this year so far, all kind of natural disasters, disastrous weather patterns. We've had solar eclipses, all type of different things that had happened this year that were very significant. Brothers did lessons on them, and they're continuing. You had these cicadas that invaded, parts of Babylon and in the South, Midwest, and now we're in hurricane season. So there's a big hurricane coming soon, I'm pretty sure, because you just had one that passed. Was it Storm Debbie, Hurricane Debbie? But it wasn't like a big one, like Harvey or going back, Katrina. But it's due, Eventually, something big is gonna come, as well as a huge earthquake. A lot of people still anticipating a big one to hit the West Coast, because the fault lines have been very reactive as of late. A bunch of earthquakes followed by a gang of aftershocks hitting on the West. Even over here in Vegas, you had a 4 point something. That was, it was maybe closer to the state line, but we felt it. People felt it over here. So, there's a lot of rare things happening. So we definitely in the time of the Lord's visitation. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Recently, Russia just had was it a 7.5 or something like that? And then it triggered a volcanic eruption. Like right after a volcano erupted. So, yeah, this is, part of those signs. It says, and uproars of the people in the world. We're seeing that happening on a major scale in different countries. Definitely going to hit over here as soon as probably right before, or right during, or after the elections, you're gonna see, all kind of you know, violent protests and riots and all kind of stuff, because people ain't gonna be happy with either choice, with whoever gets in office. All right, so it's gonna light people in an uproar. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. All right, so when we see these chariot sightings, these are just part of the signs. The Lord said, when you see these things, look up, for your salvation is nigh. Okay, so I'm not going to read this whole article. There is some footage of this. I'm gonna go to YouTube, all right, and show a few of them, because it was different sightings. Like this little still shot right here was one of the sightings, and they were illuminating in blue lights. There was it had flashes, and damn near looked like siren lights. But I'm like, I don't know if these are drones or not, because Esau, we know that he, with his left, on the left hand side, Esau, he can make things happen too. He can make some aircraft that can, mimic certain abilities of the chariots. Not all of them, not all the abilities. All right, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has aircraft himself that kind of mimics the chariots. It has brightness to it, and it twinkles, and it moves a certain way, and in a certain movement. But we know that he's not the Most High. Okay, he's trying to be like the Most High, but that'll never happen. But anyway, so this is based on the different reports. I'll just read a little bit of this, and then we'll go to the footage. It says UFO sightings have been reported in California, particularly in the Palmdale and Lancaster areas, with residents detailing their experiences on the Ring Neighbors app. The reports of multiple UFO sightings on the app, stirring both curiosity and concern within the community, describe unusual aerial activity. One person shared, "You guys, you won't believe what I just saw. You guys, I saw a UFO. I was walking my dog in my backyard and saw a bright light up in the sky. At first, I was like, oh my God, what a cool plane that Northrop assembled. But to my dismay, it was a hovercraft." And like going back to Jeremiah, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Okay. We know that, the chariots, that's what these are. They act as eyes for the Most High. All right, like it tells you in Zechariah. Zechariah saw him he described him as a flying roll. And they were basically hovering. Zechariah 5:1, it says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll." All right. Look up that word, flying. I believe the word is iwap in the Hebrew. To fly about, fly away, to fly, hover. All right, to fly away, to cause to fly, to light upon. So he saw a hovering roll, okay, a flying saucer, if you will. He says, "And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits." So he wasn't really that big, but he did see this object. It says, "Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, and you see his activity worldwide, mostly in over Babylon, because the eyes of the Lord are upon that sinful kingdom. He's getting ready to destroy it off the face of the earth. And that's, I mean, we know in the original context to qualify it, it's talking about Israel as a people. Our people is that sinful kingdom, a sinful nation. But we know that America, and a bulk of us being here, America is her sins are being remembered because they have reached unto heaven. And the Lord's ready to pull the elect of his people out of her so that they don't be partakers of her plagues that she's getting ready to receive, which is, that nuclear destruction. All right. So it says back in verse 3 again, it says, "Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it." Okay. So that's basically what they do. All right. Let me go to Proverbs 15 and 3. It says, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good." And the chariots even have eyes on them. When you read Ezekiel, the first chapter, I believe also even in Revelation, the 10th chapter, they have eyes on the chariots, all around the chariots. So they definitely are eyes of the Lord. Okay, so he said, "Please tell me I'm not the only one who saw." And then here's the tweet. Let me go here. And this is one of the ones that was reported. He said, and this was on the app that they mentioned. Said, "Me and my daughter were hanging out in the backyard when we both saw. It's like when we both thought we saw a shooting star falling east. It stopped very abruptly and zigzagged going north." So it definitely wasn't a regular aircraft at all. Not a plane, not a helicopter. It says, "Checking to see if anyone else saw it or if we're both going crazy." Happened about 30 minutes ago. So they thought that they saw a shooting star, right? And I'm gonna go to this scripture in the Apocrypha, because in the scripture that I'm going to look for, it describes the chariot that followed us in the wilderness as like a star, because they're from a distance. You try to figure out if they're a star or not, because sometimes if they, like how I differentiate at night when I see a chariot or when I see an actual star, stars are set in their place, so they don't really move. Now, if you all of a sudden see a star just move out of nowhere and it starts to make some kind of movement, then that's definitely a chariot. All right. But if it's just sitting still and it's not moving, you got your eyes locked on it, like, is that a chariot? And it's just not moving, it's just set in place, that's more than likely a star. Okay. Because those are celestial bodies as well. According to 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, it talks about the glory of the celestial, and stars, the illumination that it has. You got the constellations, you got the moon, the sun. Those are different celestial bodies given different levels of radiation and light, illumination. And they all differ from one another. Okay. So anyway, let me see real quick. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Is it this one? It is Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 17. It says, render to the righteous a reward of their labors, guided them in a marvelous way, and was unto them for a cover by day, and a light of stars in the night season. You know, in other words, they were when we came out of Egypt into the wilderness. You know, we had that the angel, which was the Lord, in a chariot, and it was known as a cloud, you know, as a covering by day, and a pillar of fire by night. So it was like a lamp, like a light that followed us to give us some illumination in the dark night. All right. So here is just it describes that same phenomenon as a light of stars in the night season. It says, and brought them through the Red Sea and led them through much water. So even the chariots can be mistaken for stars, you know, especially when they're in the distant. All right. So they thought that this was a shooting star, and it could have, you know, very well just been a chariot, because they said it moved in a zigzag formation. Right. So it obviously wasn't an actual star. This was definitely had to have been a chariot, what they saw. Okay. So this person says here, which was in the article that I read, is the actual post in that app from the individual that witnessed it. That flying objects in sky. Says, I was intrigued by my first neighbor who posted that he saw a UFO from his yard. So my mom and I went out to see if we see anything. They were too far to me to confidently say they were flying saucers. But did anyone else see multiple? We counted 6 after being out there for about 10 minutes. So clearly they, you know, everybody saw something. All right. And let me go here. So here's one of the clips of it.
Oh, what is that, Mom?
What?
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit! What the hell is that?
What is happening? You guys see this? Oh my God, what the fuck is happening? What is that?
You hear the trembling in his voice. You know, sound like his heart is beating 100 100 beats per minute, man. Like, listen to his voice tremble, because that's exactly what the people on the earth are going to do when Yahweh Shai and the angels pull up. When they finally pull up on planet Earth, a lot of people are going to tremble at the sight of them. It even tells you that in the Gospels that, you know, men's hearts are going to fail them for fear. All right. He's just seeing just lights in the distance in the sky, and he's puzzled. Let me bring that back.
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit! What the hell is that?
What is happening? You guys see this? Oh my God, what the fuck is happening? What is that? What is that?
You hear that? He sound like his heart gonna give out, man. Yeah, they're looking at that because it's strange. It's not a usual occurrence. It's another strange phenomenon. It's not strange to us because we know this is either the angels coming down, you know, basically the Lord manifesting, you know, his glory on earth through the angels, and you know, showing themselves, or this could be, you know, Esau trying to flex on the left hand side, you know. But the Lord will not give his glory unto another, man. Okay. We know that the angels, you know, they have their glory. Okay, and they coming down and making it known. They're here to carry out the instructions of the Heavenly Father, man. All right, but let's go down and let's look at this one. This was in Palmdale.
Oh my God, where's Daddy? Oh my God, I got goosebumps. Papa, come here, hurry. Tell Jody in there.
So she saw a cluster. All right, a cluster of them, man. So they're appearing, more and more. All right, that's how we know we're getting closer to this thing of ours, man. And real quick, let me get script. Let's go to Psalm 68. Psalm 68 and 17, and it says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Okay, so the chariots are synonymous with the angels, because the angels are the ones who's piloting those aircraft, with all the illumination and dazzling lights flashing. That's all part of the glory, man. All right, and they're to and fro in the earth. Let me get was it 2 Chronicles? Yeah, 2 Chronicles 16 and 9, it says, for the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to shew himself strong in behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards them. All right, because they also are there to, protect the Lord's chosen as well, to keep them out of danger, keep them from, deliver them from the issues of death, so on and so forth. All right, to give us courage, strength, comfort. They're working on the minds of the leaders of these nations, because we know wars, on the horizon. The war of Armageddon is imminent. So they're playing their purpose, man. All right, but this is what's going on. And also, this was last Sunday, where we were just teaching, and then, brothers randomly looked up, and there was a chariot literally spotted directly above us, like literally directly above us, right over us. All right.
Putting the spirit on the prophet. Putting the spirit on the prophet.
So,
Putting the spirit on the.
Here we go.
Putting the spirit on the prophet to go and test this prophet. And went after the man of Yahweh and found him sitting under an oak. He said unto him, art thou the man of Yahweh that camest from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, come home with me. He said, I may not return with you, nor go in with you. Neither will I eat bread or drink water with you. So that's showing you that he knew of the instruction.
So yeah, right above us, at the camp. So we're definitely in those times, man, and the eyes of the Lord is definitely everywhere. He's watching everything. So, it definitely keeps us in order, because, hey, we got to be on point, more, especially more so now than ever. All right. We want to assure that we're still in the Most High's good graces, that, we're walking worthy, and that, the Lord keeps that hedge, over us. All right, the angels encamp around about those that fear the Lord, man. So, it encourages us to keep on a mission, stay on that straight and narrow. All right, because like the scriptures say, he's showing himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him. So that means that your faith needs to be where it's at, and constantly seeking the Lord, man, day to day. So our redemption draweth nigh. Let me get Luke 21 and was it 28? And it says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. You know, so we take that as a sign of our redemption drawing nigh. Well, the people that don't know what's going on, you know, they're dismayed. Like you heard that dude's voice trembling. Yeah, what is that? You know, he sounded like his heart was about to give out. And that's what a lot of people, that's what's going to be their reaction when the Lord returns. They're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. Matter of fact, let me get this one verse in 2nd Ezra 13. 2nd Ezra 13 and 1, it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I began, and lo, and this is when the Lord, you know, pulls up. He's pulling up, you know, with all kind, like the Lord's pulling up with a heavy space force of his own. All right, a bunch of chariots hovering, and they're coming in their glory, man. They're going to be bright, illuminated. All right, and that his major presence is going to shake up the planet. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And you're going to hear that the sound of a trumpet. It's going to be pretty loud. The whole earth is going to be on pause. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. You know, so everybody's going to the whole world's going to get shaken up. All right, that's why it says in Revelation 1, every eye shall see him, right? And they're going to, all the tribes of the earth is going to, you know, wail before him. Yeah, Revelation 1 and 7, it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. All right. So, yeah, man. I'm just reacting to this report and then seeing the clips and the footage. Yeah, we're in that time, and we're going to continue to see these things. You know, and it's to strengthen our faith, of course. You know, continue to seek his face, man. Doing the right thing. You know, and these people, they have no idea what this all means, man. It's getting ready to get crazy. So, you know, all we can do is you know, watch as well as pray. And these things are not going to catch us off guard. So, Lord willing, y'all were edified, and I'm going to give all praise to y'all. Bashem Yahushai. To the next one, Shalom.